Okay, got one more here. I'm in Leviticus chapter 19, and it just kind of hit me as I found a, dual meaning for this particular verse. All right. Um, I did one video already talking about, for the, for those with special needs, how, it says, you know, who maketh the dumb, the deaf, and the blind, have not out of the Lord. And then, people make that comment like, oh, they're touched and everything. And, it's like they're probably lucky because, their mind is not on the work cares of this world for the most part. So, I go to Leviticus chapter 19, and this is mainly to, you know, those who are more well versed in the word, you know, um, you know, your knowledge kind of, not all of you, but some of your, some of you let your knowledge get the best of you and become arrogant and start thinking of yourself as above other people, because maybe you can quote more verses by heart or whatnot, and it's like if somebody's knocking or, let's not just talk about, who doesn't know what, or it's just, I hear a lot of, just negative things, a lot of arrogant things coming out of Christians' mouths, pastors, ministers, the congregation, everybody, they're just, you know just so up in their own behinds that they don't take the time to stop and actually share the word with somebody, and if they keep telling somebody, oh well, you don't understand this, you don't understand that, this and this and that. Well, then help them, you know, Christian. Help them. Explain something to them, Don't, gloss it over with vague comments about, milk for the babes and strong meat for, and meat for the strong and all these different things. It sounds good, but you're shutting somebody out who you could possibly be reaching. All right? So, with that, I'll go to chapter 19, Leviticus. And like I'm not a, some master at this. I do things as I go along and just share it. And so, chapter 19, Leviticus, verse 14. Thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shalt fear thy God. I am the Lord. Okay. Thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind. That can be taken two ways. Literally, well, yeah, hey, don't curse the deaf, or, put a stumbling block before the blind. However, on the flip side, that means, if somebody doesn't want to hear the word and they're deaf to it, well, it's not up to that Christian to say you're going to go to hell because of the, you can't turn one hair white or black on a person's head, so you yourself can't condemn anyone. At that point, you just put yourself in a place of a judge, which is, a spot reserved for Christ. And nor put a stumbling block before the blind. Well, not misleading people when, you see that they're not seeing things, okay? Yes, they have to come into things on their own and learn it a certain way, or learn it on their own, but not completely on their own. I mean, they have to study, but when they ask questions, someone asks a question, then try your best to answer it, or just say, I don't know. However, arrogant comments and things like that, it turns people off from the word. Always, looking down on someone, and, it's not like it's the biggest secret in the world. These scriptures have been around for years, for eons, pretty much. And it's just not right. It's what used to turn me away a lot. It was the arrogance of the very people who study these scriptures. And, couldn't step in the church without getting these judgmental looking eyes, and, people not even want to let me sit down and stuff like that. Like, it was the cool kids table or something, and it ticked me off. And I was, you know, I gave up so many times, but, now I got a different kind of, spirit. Um, I'm very motivated now. And that was just for all those out there who, like to try to hoard all the knowledge instead of sharing it. For those who do, I commend you all. Um, you know, Yahweh 2007, Keep Wolf, Veritas 77 Axiom, and it's Judas Nazareth. There's some more people. You all keep doing what you're doing, and appreciate the comments also.